So what is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel if we have not yet met. My name is Peter Roberts, and in today's video I want to share with you what it was like in the first 3 days after getting my life insurance license, and for me basically starting to sell life insurance. And in today's video I want to document everything that I wish I knew, the things that I struggled with early on, how I really didn't make any money up front, and most importantly the things that will actually help you make a ton of money faster. This is the video that I wish I saw when I got started, because I was being told all these things. I was told about the glory of the industry. I wasn't making any money, and then I finally unlocked the code. So before we talk about what you're going to struggle with, I want to share with you what you can actually do and why you should, I guess, listen to me. So I went from zero to almost submitting over $300,000 worth of business in the first 6 months. I've only been doing this for 6 months, selling life insurance over the phone in this chair at age 23. I basically sold my businesses, quit my jobs, and went full-time selling life insurance and building this business. And I just want to share with you, I have nothing to sell you or nothing to recruit you with. I just want to let you know what it's really like when you jump in and get your insurance license, because I was the one innocent kid that saw this opportunity, thought you're going to make a ton of money off the jump, and now looking 6 months back, I realize why so many people fail, and I don't want you to be one of them. So before we talk about the fun things about life insurance, I want to share with you the truth, the things that can help you make more money, and the things that maybe your recruiter's not telling you or people are not telling you when you're jumping into this business. So this is the no BS truth of like what it was like when I got my life insurance license, and share with you my story. So why I jumped into this industry and how I really got started is that I just saw a podcast, listened to a podcast about the opportunity of making $200,000-$300,000 without a college degree, basically just working for yourself, and more importantly, just how you can make a ton of money selling a product like life insurance. Now, for me, I had my life insurance license back in 2018. I had an internship with Northwestern Mutual. I didn't even use that license. I just randomly had it. So I looked at this opportunity. I was listening to a podcast while I was driving my car, working for this tree company. I was doing really well for myself. At age 22, I was making 10, 12 grand a month, and it was pretty tough to just give up this opportunity, but I knew I wanted to work for myself. So I heard this amazing opportunity, make $200,000, $300,000. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm all in. I'm going to figure this out. Someone's doing it. They say someone's doing it. I'm going to do this and pull this off myself. I just always had that mentality. So you might be told this story when you're sitting with someone like, dude, this is what this person's making. This is what this person's making. Like, you're going to be able to do it yourself. So I pull over, I call the guy. I'm like, hey, like, I want to get started. Like, what do I need to do? I looked up, I had my insurance license. Let's go. Like, what do I need to do? I'm ready to start today. And I just jumped into the industry basically part-time, like feeling it out. One of the best things that I would recommend for you is that when you're getting the life insurance, if you just think you're going to quit your job and do this full-time, be really careful. It's a lot harder than people make it out to be. So if you're quitting your job or leaving a $150,000 job, make sure you have money in the bank, or make sure that you actually have some type of resources to depend on, because I did spend a ton of money at first. So the first 30 days, how it goes, I get started. I get past the script and I ask, how am I going to actually, make money? So there's two ways in the industry that you're going to get started with if you're a newly licensed agent. Number one is that for you got to understand how you can actually find your client. Now for me, they were telling me that I'm going to either buy leads or I'm going to have to eventually generate my own leads. And I was like, okay, I'm going to figure this out. So there was a store where you'd go buy your leads, call these leads for $3-4, and then basically run through a script. You get contracted with all these different carriers or the carriers that you're with, and then you just present people the products over the phone or in person, and you can get a commission. So I was like, okay, cool, sign me up. So I get started. For 2 weeks, I don't make a sale. But in these 2 weeks, something that I want to share with you that is really important for you is that I was so innocent. I was like, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to figure this out. I kept on getting hung up on. I would come home from work. I was still working my job part-time. I'd come home around 3-4 o'clock. Now, I was a salesman for the company, so I was able to really have a lot of flexibility. So I would get all my work done in the morning, and I'd come home and just start buying my leads and calling people. So I spent around $2,300 my first, 14, 17 days, and I didn't make a sale my first, 15 days in this industry. So most people would have probably quit. Most people would have probably gave up, but my turning point was when I first made my first sale. So what happens is that you eventually get to a point in the business where you're either going to continue to keep doing this and not getting results, or look at yourself in the mirror and be like, damn, I need to fix myself. If other people are doing it, then why not me? So what I would do is I'd drive around all day, and just practice and rehearse my script and wanted to get really good at phone sales. So I came into this industry really not knowing anything about the products, not knowing anything about what to do, didn't know how to speak with people, and I was completely lost until I made my first sale. So after the 14, 15 days kind of, come in, I realized a little bit like how this industry works. Now, one thing that you want to know is that a lot of people are just told to recruit instantly. Your friends, your family, find people, and no matter what company that you're with, your acquisition cost, they might even tell you to actually start knocking on doors to your friends and families to get clients. But I told myself that I wasn't going to recruit anyone until I actually knew the industry, that I knew that I wanted to I could actually be a master in this industry. So the one thing I want to be mindful of is most of the time people are just going to tell you to recruit because a lot of people will fill out and they just want to fill bodies in a seat. So be very careful of that. So the first 30 days, I didn't do anything except basically get my life insurance license, get contracted with the carriers, start learning the scripts, started learning, to buy the leads, started learning how to make thousands of calls literally every week, working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, calling every day and just trying to figure this thing out. And through this effort, continual calling, continual repetition, continual presentations, continual failures, I was able to actually break the code. I was able to start making a little bit of money. My first month, I really didn't make any money. I think I actually lost like $4,000. But what I did learn is the skills that were going to allow me to make more money in the next month. So when you're just getting started in this business, I want you to be really mindful of the first 30 days. I want you to have clear expectations that you might not have the skill set, you might not have the right resources, you might not have the right guidance, you might not have the right tonality on the phone, you might not really know what you're doing. But if you're willing to just go out there and try, if you're willing to just go out there and fail a ton at first, then that breakthrough will be on the other line. But most people get into this business and they realize like, hey, I'm going to make all this money. These people, promise me I'm going to make, $10,000, $15,000. You're going to be spending money. You're going to be spending a lot of time and you're not going to be making any money. So when it comes to getting your insurance license in the first 30 days, I want you to give yourself a buffer. Give yourself some time to actually think about, okay, what do I need to do each and every day before I know if this industry is right for me? The only way that you will actually fail out of this business is that if you actually quit. So as you're jumping into this insurance business, I just want to share with you some things that you should really be mindful of if you're trying to pick like what options to go to, what carriers to work with, what businesses to work with, and how can you actually become successful in your first 30 days. The number one thing that you want to do is definitely research the carriers that you're working with. Actually get a good perspective of who's actually recruiting you. Ask to see if the mentor, the person that's recruiting you into this business, is actually doing the work with you or if they're actually doing the work themselves. One of the biggest mistakes that someone could make in their first 30 days is getting hired and feeling stuck, feeling like they're on an island by themselves and everyone around them is making money. And it's going to just give you a really bad taste in your mouth. So number one, make sure you know kind of where you're going. Secondly, research the products that you're selling. A lot of things that people will sell are just, not really good for the client. So be mindful of the product that you sell. Understand the product. When I jumped into this industry, I was researching the products. I was researching, what type of demographic, what type of client am I going to serve, what type of people I'm going to actually go after. And that was really, helpful for me. Instead of just listening to someone else saying that, hey, buy this, buy these leads and sell this product. But like, what are you actually selling? For me, my sales breakthrough came through when I understood how I could actually help people. When I got a few testimonials of people like, dude, thank you so much. Like, this product's going to help save my family. And most importantly, that conviction will then come into your tonality, your presentations, and you will help a ton of more people once you actually understand how your product can actually help people. But if you don't know what you're selling, if you really don't know what you're doing, it's going to really hurt you. You're not going to really understand, what to sell or how to sell it or what it actually does. And you're not going to seem like you're the expert in that field, which can actually hurt your sales and help you fail out of the business a lot faster. So understand, kind of who you're rocking with at first, what, company, what, business, what product you're going with. And most importantly, just prepare yourself for a lot of failure. To be honest, in the first 30 days, this was some of the most hard times in my life. I was, wanting to jump into this business. I was ready to quit. I was told just to jump full time, but I was still doing it part time and not making much, transactions. My bank account was not growing. And I was like, what do I need to do with my life? Everyone around me seems like they're doing it, but why not me? So be very mindful when you jump into this business. The first 30 days will be really extremely hard, but if you can go through and crack through that breakthrough, you can have some amazing months leading for that. So for me, I went from making literally no money to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 selling life insurance because I was able to be resilient. I was able to just muster through that first 30 days and just figure it out. Most people, when they come with challenge, when most people don't understand like what they're doing, they will fail. And the one thing that I want to share with you lastly is that when you're jumping into life insurance, typically you are becoming your own business owner. You can control, basically you have to control your spending. You have to control, how much money you're going to make. You get to control everything from your business. And the only person that's going to actually grow your bank account at first is going to be you. And then eventually you want to build on systems of leverage, like ways to market, ways to actually have recruits, ways to do all the different systems. But at first it is all on you. The one thing that I wish someone told me is that this is not a sales job. This is not a place where you just pick up the phone and start calling people and making money selling life insurance. When you're an insurance agent, you literally control your income. You're almost like a real estate agent. You have to find the buyer, you have to find the seller, you have to go out there and find the home, you got to sell the home, you got to do the financing, you got to make sure the money goes through, you got to make sure that they don't cancel on you, and you have to do all this work. It's not just as easy as they may make it sound. So just understand you are becoming your own business owner. First 30 days is a make or break moment for you or me. And most importantly, that if you are able to see that breakthrough, improve your skill set, become a more valuable person, and learn a ton of things, that you can make a ton of money. But if you come into this industry in the first 30 days lacking the skills, lacking the actual business acumen, the understanding of how you can make money selling life insurance, if you lack the ability to research and you think you're just going to make quick buck buying a few leads, selling life insurance, you are going to get slapped in the face and you are going to basically struggle a ton. So I wish someone would have told me this. That's why I wanted to make this video. Everyone told me like, hey, this is what you're going to do. You're going to make a ton of money. This is simple. Like, don't worry about chargebacks. Don't worry about debt. Don't worry about clients calling you all the time. Like, this is a full-on business. And if you struggle with operating businesses, if you just think you're going to jump into this business and make a ton of money, I just want to be truly fully transparent. Like, I don't want a single mom to jump into this business who doesn't have any savings and then they're going into a ton of debt. Or if you're basically a college student and you don't really know how to sell things and you think you're just going to jump in and automatically magically get connected with a good leader and your life's going to change. That's not the case. And I'm just a realist. I don't want people to fail, and I just want to help you get to where you want to go. So if you guys need anything, let me know. I'm here for you. I don't want to discourage you, but I want to give you the truth. I was always told from my fathers, like, just keep it real. And this is the real version of myself, because if you are good, if you're willing to improve, if you're willing to develop the skill sets, if you're willing to actually be really disciplined with your time, if you're really eager to learn and get connected with a really good mentor, you can make a ton of money. It's a very amazing opportunity, but you have to go through the struggles and the tribulations in the first 30-40 days, and that eventual breakthrough will come. So I love you guys. Thank you. I hope this video brought you a ton of value. Happy Thanksgiving. We're doing it on Thanksgiving because I love you guys and I just want everyone to win. And if you need anything, hit me up in my DMs, call me, text me, FaceTime me, Snapchat me. I say that to my clients, but I want you guys to know that I'm here for you. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.